right, what's good? We're on the set, a photo shoot of Live Spaced Out with DWYL, Do What You Love, and we got Twon here.
What's up?
How's it going? Thanks for being here. So can you tell us a little bit about Live Spaced Out?
Live Spaced Out. Man, basically it's a whole bunch of, a lot of people with different ideas, a lot of artists, a lot of musicians. I mean, we're not really just stationed into one thing. Just a lot of people who share the same ideology as far as art, you know?
Okay.
I think art is a very big part of life, so that's what we all come together collectively to do.
Okay, so what got you started into, you also do rap, right?
Yeah, I do music, man. Yeah, I do music. Y'all check me out on SoundCloud. I'm sure wherever this is posted, there's gonna be a link on there. Yeah, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did you get into getting into clothes from music to clothes? How did you do that?
Well, it started off with music, man. Like as far as like growing up, I had the type of parents that were like, hey man, you don't ever need anybody, you don't need anybody to do this or that. So I grew up very, like, I don't want to say sheltered, but
taken care of?
No, I mean, I was away from everybody, you know?
Okay.
I was kind of antisocial. I was very, very to myself. With that, like, it was a lot of emotional setbacks, you know? Like, I didn't know how to express emotion. The only way that I could really do it the way that I wanted to was through music. So music kind of led into clothing. I mean, because there's different ways to express yourself. You know,
Yeah.
like I mentioned earlier, you know, through art. You know, so whether it's drawing, I used to draw when I was younger.
Okay.
That transformed into music. Now I'm doing clothes, and you know, who knows what it's going to transform into after that. I might play the saxophone or something. Like, you know what I mean?
So
Like
artistic. You like music, art, and designing, basically.
Yeah. I think anytime you can create something, like design is a powerful word, man, because I had somebody tell me one time, like, you know, like if Isaac Newton never discovered, you know, with the apple falling on his head and all the rest of that, you know, that still exists, you know. If Shakespeare would have never existed, Romeo and Juliet would never exist.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
Like math is going to exist, science is going to exist, but when you're an artist, you create something that's completely your own.
That is
you know what I mean? So that's when you get to design, when you get to just work and create your own stuff. That's what life's all about.
Okay,
you know?
can you describe what the shirt is about? The 1990X, the realist. Can you describe that a little bit?
Yeah. Cool. Well, man, for me, I was born in the 90s. I think the 90s was
baby?
90s baby. I mean, and a lot of the people that I know, I mean, if you weren't born in the 90s, you were raised in the 90s. The 90s was a pivotal point as far as music and urban culture and movies. I mean, we had Tupac doing his thing. We had Biggie doing his thing. Michael Jackson was even doing his thing. You know, throughout the early I didn't take it that far. You know, but yeah, everybody was doing the thing in the 90s. You know, so yeah, that's always been a pivotal point in my life. You know. Okay. You know, as far as growing up.
Okay. And have you experienced any struggles trying to do the music or clothing? Like, what any struggles you've been through trying to make it?
I think, man, just getting on, man. Like I had said, like I was always to myself. You know what I mean? So now that I'm kind of opening up, like networking, you know, people that I never really talked to before. Like now, you know, I have to do stuff like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like yeah, of course. You know, so networking is a big thing. Yeah, I think anybody that's out there that's trying to do anything, always take the value, experience or take value in people. You know, like like value people. People are very important in your life, whether you want to admit it or not. People, I had somebody tell me one time that a life is measured in its impact that it has on others.
I like that.
You know what I mean?
I told you that, but that was a good
I actually
advice.
think I made it up, but it sounded like somebody could have said it. Yeah, it sounded like somebody could have said it.
Own that.
Yeah. Life is measured in its impact that it has on others. You know what I mean? What we do in life echoes in eternity. That's not me. That's Lombardi, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, quoting stuff.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Future-wise, where do you see yourself in the future as far as music and your new label, Live Spaced Out?
Man, I see us being as big as the Beatles if we wanted to. You know, we could take it that far. I think all you got to do is put your mind to it. But you know what? Even if not, like, even if this is the last time anybody ever sees me, if I never make another song, I never make another shirt, you know, this is the last time you ever hear Live Spaced Out. You know, I'm always gonna do art.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm gonna be 90 years old spitting bars somewhere. You know what I mean? So I mean it's
love,
exactly. You know? I mean, when you love something, you're gonna continue to. I mean, love finds a way. You're gonna find a way to do what you love.
I love that. Yeah. Love conquers all. That's nice. Sorry, that made me feel good. Anything you want to tell people about chasing their dreams, doing what they love? Any advice? If they want to be designers, if they want to do music, any advice to tell people how to get into it or how to do what they love?
Man, change the world or it'll change you.
Okay.
That's how, I mean, I read about, I like to learn from people who know more than I do, as I'm sure everybody does. So once upon a time I was reading this book about this man on his deathbed, right? And he was like me, or just like everybody when they're childlike. They want to change the world, you know?
Yeah.
So when he was young, he's like, okay, I want to change the world. When he got into his teenagers, he was like, okay, well, that's probably not going to happen. Then he was like, okay, well, maybe I can change my country.
Okay.
When he was in his 30s and 40s, he was like, okay, well, that's probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
And then he was like, well, damn, can I at least change my family? 70s, 80s, you know, didn't happen.
Yeah.
So as he was laying on his deathbed, he realized, if I just changed myself, if I would have changed myself, I would have changed my family. I would have changed my country. I would have changed the world.
Yeah.
So,
nice.
Yeah, so change the world, the world change you. Change yourself and you change the world. That's what I want to leave everybody with.
Nice, I love it. I love it. Well, we about to be out of here, finish up the photo shoot, but thank you, Twon, for coming out and doing what you love.
It's all love.
Appreciate you. And we're out. Thank you. You thought it was good? It was cool?